Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back to Mura Tech Talk. I'm Max, I'm your host as usual, and today I want to talk to you about my journey with AirPods. So these are the OG, these are the originals. These are the ones that came out concurrent to the iPhone 7. I actually got these on launch day. Very well used. Battery pack and the earbuds are no longer functional. Batteries are completely shot. So I got a good 24 to 25 months out of these before I started having some really bad issues with the battery, to where it was to the point where I had to charge them very frequently, almost every 30 minutes. But they serve their purpose. I loved them when I had them, or while I was using them, and really had no complaints. Never lost them. I didn't have any issues with them falling out my ear. Case is very well worn. I don't know how well you can see that with this lighting, but I must have dropped this thing 24 times and still worked just fine. Jump forward 2 years later, iPods Generation 2. So this is the one with the wireless charging case, the newer connection chip. You know, you have the H1 or the W1 chip. I forget which one's in this, but this is the newer generation. And one of my biggest gripes with this one, like, I still have it to this day. I know if I don't position this just right on the wireless charging pad, it will not charge, or it will not stay charging. It'll initially show that it's charging and then eventually loses connection. So on this one, just beneath the seam here, the wireless coil, the receiving end, is around this area, and if you don't place it at just the dead center of the charging pad, it will not charge. That's one of my only gripes with this one. Otherwise, AirPods, this generation was great as well. Jump forward to what I bought today. So these are the new AirPods Pro. I just bought these today at my local carrier, T-Mobile, and all I can say about these is, my God, that noise cancellation. These do an excellent job for, you know, wireless buds, for the, not only for noise cancellation, but the noise pass-through that you can enable, so you can actually hear your surroundings pretty well. Both work fantastic. Now, they're not going to be like Bose Quiet Comfort over your headphones in that regard, but these do a pretty respectable job, and honestly, at this price point, I'm not going to complain. I'm not, you know, it's $100 less than those over your headphones with similar features that might do a better job, but I don't feel it's worth that extra $100. Plus, I usually don't have an easy time with over-the-ear headphones. The Sony 1000s are the only ones that I can actually wear comfortably for long periods of time. And that's another thing I want to talk to you about. Comfort. So, the regular AirPods just sit in your ears. They don't have this rubber tip that sits on the edge of these, but they just sit nicely. I've never had issues with these falling out, even while going to the gym and going on the treadmill. Now with these, that extra rubber tip, I'm pretty sure these are never going to fall on my ear unless I'm shaken violently or something, but even then, I don't think they'd fall out. The sound quality is great, much more bass than these, and I think that's attributed to the in-ear seal that you get with these. And like I said, the sound pass-through is just great. Battery life, oh my goodness, what a significant difference this is. And if you're wondering what I have over this, by the way, I also picked this up. It's a case. I know, you know, some people are like, it's just a case, why do you want to protect it? You know, because I have OCD. Okay. I learned my lesson after this first one, and get all these micro scratches all over it, and it bugs the heck out of me. That's probably one of the reasons why I never bought the polycarbonate white MacBook that was out quite a few years ago now. I don't know if any of you remember those, but Use a similar material to this, like a white polycarbonate body. It was before the aluminum unibodies, and actually around the same time the aluminum bodies came out, they still had the regular MacBook in polycarbonate, and then they came out with a model in black. And I kind of wish they'd do that with these too, but they haven't done it yet. So some of the features I want to talk about with these are the controls. So it is a much shorter stem than the originals. Just do a quick side-by-side for you here. So alright, so you can see here the stem is a little bit shorter than the previous generation. It's more compact, so but you have your sensor array here, microphone set on the outside. These are your charging contacts, silver piece here, and another proximity set. Sorry, that's not proximity. That's actually for the ambient noise pass-through here and the microphone array. So, some of the people that have reviewed these before me have mentioned that these don't produce the same suction feeling. I guess that's the best way to put it. When you insert a sealed tip like this into your ear, they supposedly have these channels in here that alleviate that air pressure as it goes in to your ear canal. And I haven't experienced any of that back pressure you normally would with a something that would plug your ear. Very similar. I don't know if you've been on airplanes before and used earplugs, but that's the sensation I'm trying to describe. These don't do that. The only time I ever got that sensation is when you turn on active noise cancellation, but that's just, a sensory thing, is when it turns on active noise cancellation, it blocks out all the surrounding noise. And but it still doesn't make that pressure feeling that I don't like. Okay, so if you're all wondering, you can just go on Amazon. If you really do want to get a case, don't be dumb like me and spend $30 on a exterior to an already expensive set of earbuds. I just wanted to protect them. I didn't want to buy something like this because I don't know if you can see it, but this thing attracts lint like you would not believe. Anything that has this silicone exterior, it has a tendency to have, any debris or hair, it just sticks right to it. It's very hard to get it off. And just wanted something a little bit more low maintenance. This is kind of like a, I guess the best way to describe it is like almost an upholstery. It's a softer material with a plastic interior for protection, and I don't know, I just like the color. Or you can always go with D brands and just cover them up that way too. I like this better. Plus, I haven't had the best luck with applying D brand skins on anything rounded like this. I usually end up with some visible creases, and I just end up throwing it away because it's a crease, and like I said before, OCD. So, final thoughts. These are excellent buds. They are expensive. Maybe wait for them to go on sale. If you have to have a new set of AirPods and you want the best, you're looking at it. I almost bought the wireless Beats, the counterpart to these, but the clamshell case for those is almost as big as this box is. I don't know if you've ever seen it in person. And it also does not charge wirelessly. I'm trying to get away from cables entirely. I'm pretty much adopted the wireless life. I've accepted that wired headphones are going away. Just something I've come to accept. Now, professional applications, I still have a wired headphone, but for listening, talking on the phone, these are it. This is it for me. So, thank you all for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you like what you see, hit that like button. And subscribe if you really like what you see. I'll develop more content in the coming days. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.